Inn Observatory. This is the sun. We have a small crack in the clouds, so I'm going to try to make the most of it. There are some prominences there. See if we can take a quick look at them. Or not. Let's see what sunspots are like. Or not. Wow, this is nice. Well, I can see some filaments behind the clouds and some faculae there. This may be a very short-lived webcast. Dan, good morning. It's going well. We had an interesting night last night. Imaged M65 and 66. And I just came back from walking, taking the dogs for a walk, and discovered a small break in the clouds and trying to make the most of it. Yeah, lots of filaments there. And there's one big filament. I made a point to record 10 minutes worth of Polaris. I plan to do that at different Bortle locations and then compare them. I chose Polaris because it is there year round and there is not much activity around it otherwise. So I took 10 minutes of Polaris and then hopped onto M65, 66 and then went on to M101, but M101 was not to be. And you're looking at why it was not to be. Well, today is the last day of fall. Winter begins tomorrow. And with it comes galaxy season. I mean, there are some sunspots, obviously, down here, up in the corner. It's looking like tomorrow night is a good night. Thursday night promising to be good. I had an interesting incident with the Seestar last night, actually multiple back-to-back incidents. The first one is when I turned it on, it said low battery and it showed me only 16% of the battery. I had left it plugged in after I charged it last time, so I don't know if leaving it plugged in actually drained it. The second problem is it was charging happily and it got to about 71%, and then a blue light came on the battery, which said temperature is below freezing, below 0 Celsius, therefore it will not charge. Well, if you have storms the next couple of days, join me. It should be clear here Thursday night. We'll try to have a good program. What would you like to see Thursday night? Send me your requests, as long as they are targets in the eastern sky, not the western sky, because I have no visibility of the west. Trying to take a look at the prominences here. Nothing fancy. I have to do some more testing in freezing conditions, and we're going to have plenty of freezing conditions over the next 3 months to see whether it stops charging the battery but allows the electricity, the mains power, to flow through and keep the telescope going. I don't mind leaving the battery aside and just using electric power. If that's the case, it's not all lost. But if it shuts down the telescope, that's a problem. Okay, tomorrow is the shortest day of the year, longest night, so we should be able to get some targets like this one now. Ha. As I get ready for the solar eclipse on April 8th, I wonder if during totality I'll still be able to see prominences sticking on around the moon. I plan to have my Lunt. Don't know about minus 10 yet. Stellina was very happy all the way to minus 20 Fahrenheit. That's what, minus 30 Celsius or thereabouts. Yes, Stellina had absolutely no problem, but it could not go any colder than that because it ran out of focus. As you probably know, the colder it gets, the stiffer it becomes to focus, and it just did not want to focus anymore. Oh, let's see, quick look at the North Pole, nothing there. So these are just the only prominences, and right above here. "2090." Do you know the exact date so I can put them on my calendar? Well, everybody is very excited about the solar eclipse here because we will be in the area of totality. Yet the weather has a 60% chance of being cloudy on that day. When we had the partial eclipse last November, October, November, was it October? Even with the clouds, I was still able to get a glimpse of the moon covering parts of the sun. You have a slightly better chance than me. I will be 133. Looks like this is all we're going to get today. So I'm going to wish you a good day. I have an eye doctor coming up for my annual checkup I have to go to, but I did not want to miss out on the sun. And it's good chatting with you, Dan. Always good seeing you. So long for now. Be back. I will be back most likely tomorrow night, Thursday night. Will be good.